Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Kenshi and the Tales of Kattan, who recently settled into Heft after being run out of his house and his job by the noble lord in Shobatai. He's done it right. He's managed to get a small house, a few thousand cats to his name. Been learning a little bit about the world. We did kind of tidy up the inventory, do a little bit of cooking and a little bit of research before he turned in for bed. But now it's time to get up. And a couple things we would like to work on today. Mostly, let's get some storage in here as well. It is going to be rather take up a bit of space, but we are going to have to go get some building materials. And also, out of character apologies, I recently transferred all our save files over to our new PC. So you're going to be getting tutorial stuff a little bit until we go through all of that. Alright, and as always, I have been reading your comments about this series, characters you might want to get in, so be sure to leave that on these specific videos for Kattan. And I will try to work that into the story as we go along. But this is going to be a role-playing one, a slightly slower pace than our normal YOLO kind of stuff. I was also thinking with all this meat about opening up his own little shop. Yeah, I could sell meat. I mean, this place over here is for sale as well. We don't have quite enough for that, but... And the shops are open now, I believe. So maybe we should head up and at least get those building materials. Maybe we can speed that up a bit. Keep an eye on... Keeps his ears open for anything going outside of town. But nothing going on at the moment. A quiet day. Mr. Jai's gonna probably save his money. Buy a little bit of building materials. Save his money. And maybe open up this shop. Alright. Actually, I may take off his jobs right now. I think he's got something else going on. I'll talk to construction trader. Because am I going to have enough room for... Yeah, we should have enough for at least one. I might have to come back. Only about 100 apiece, so that's relatively good. Let's head back over. And then we can stash all that and have some mighty free inventory space. I'll go over Jai's stats as well. And it's gone up okay. It has gone up okay. Never seen a lick of combat himself, but getting a little bit more in shape there. And this battlefield scavenging, a lot more profitable than going out in mines and risking our lives. So, all right, let's go build that food store. Doesn't take them too long. The house is already getting rather crowded, though. It was much like his servant quarters in Shobatai as well. So he put that all away. Very nice. So I'm going to do a quick look around, see if there's anything going around out here. We got some ex-slaves just hanging around. Kind of feel like that's a little dangerous outside the city, but... Let's go for his usual battlefield scavenging. We'll go have a look. Get a little bit of daily exercise here. Last couple days have been fairly busy. Fairly profitable as well. That'll be some good exercise. Relatively safe outside the city. And the dust storm's kicking up. There isn't too much going on. We'll one circuit of the city here, and then we'll head back in and do a little bit of research today. Learning a bit more about the world, but it looks like business is pretty light today. The guy is kind of wondering what gives off that blue hue in the desert there. Very interesting. Okay, so let's head back in. Do a little bit more of that research. And we can speed time up a bit here. But he'll keep his ear out for rustlings going on in the city. Yeah, really a very rare peaceful day in Kenshi. Spending his day learning. He's got food and a shelter over his head. I'm very lucky in this land for that. Comings goings of mercenaries, traders. City looking as lively as ever. Spend the day whiling away. Almost done researching a little bit of construction on building houses. Perhaps something maybe a little bit not too far from town, out in the hills maybe. A little bit close by. It's relatively small pickings for anything you could afford inside the city. Alright, we got that done as well. But I think it might be time to go out on the town a little bit. Sadly, that money is not going to make itself. Sadly, the skimmer trade has dried up, it looks like. Well, I guess those attacks couldn't keep up forever. Alright, Jai, check out the local shops here while we're at it. And maybe we might find ourselves going into the bar here. The local travelers would be traveler gear shop would be good as well. Get some maps of the local area. Could help out for scavenging. And I think you've earned yourself a little bit of time at the bar. Also turn your jobs off. I don't know what you're... Maybe Jai's a little hungry. That's probably it. He wants to keep going. Okay, Jai, you're missing a good story, though. Just sit here. Just sit. From a trip to the hives last week. A Lantern of Radiance. Ooh. Now, Jai has seen the hive, but he's never been to a hive village. He spent most of his time in Shobatai. This is new land to him, of course. Just said, having a little bit of rum and listening to local tales. Lack of culture, indeed. Just go sit in the corner, Dan. I'm not sure who's Dan, though. But alright, we might go strike up the conversation with these group. They seem to have been around in the world. Medic for hire. Well, I couldn't say I really need help, traveler. Yeah, what would be your price for your camaraderie? It's a bit pricey on my range. I'm gonna get you some food, Jai, because you just can't seem to stand still. Well, a doctor, I don't think we need any help from you. Right, Jai. Since you're so hungry, let's go get you some food. I'll go get you a couple things so you don't lose your mind. At least he is getting good exercise running around town. He does need a few hundred more cats before we could open up that business at least. And then we'll probably need materials for getting a sales counter, some other stuff in the store. So it is going to be a bit. Alright, I'm going to get you a little bit of food. Okay, there you go. And then maybe head back to the bar now and go for a few more drinks there. Yeah, United Cities patrols are keeping everything relatively quiet. Might be safe enough if we went out for some of that copper that we tried to get on our first day. Push comes to shove. Yeah, I don't seem to have anybody with any more stories to tell. Alright, fair enough then. There's another bar a little bit closer to home, so let's head up there. Yeah, they're very talkative in that bar tonight. Yeah, the grog does tend to loosen the lips there. Let's just head in. Does look like some mercenaries. Which I would have no need for that, though. So, harbor name Zan. So, Zan, I might need somebody down the line for our business, though. Well, we'll keep you in mind. So we'll see what the local barman is selling as well. Quite a bit of supplies, actually. Okay, maybe a little venture off. There was some copper that we were working on. We can work that on a little bit before it gets dark out, I suppose. Some money is better than no money, I guess. Jai does have to make a living out here. Yeah, any way we can. We'll speed up the work a little bit. Jai's muscles already beginning to get sore. Working out here. Though still scanning the horizon. He remembers the first day bandits had tried to sell him. Yeah, even this close to the city was surprising. But already Jai does dislike this kind of manual labor. But I just want to open up that shop. We'll pick up a little bit there. He does notice a skimmer on the horizon. Keeping an eye out. Well, this might be Jai's calling after all. Let's see if we can get a helping hit in there. They seem to be able to take care of themselves. We'll offer a helping hand, though. Alright, seems to be some kind of bounty hunters, it looks like. And we'll finish it off and collect our due. Yeah, just the foul meat of that. Alright, that definitely beats. Yeah, Jai to see the value in that. Definitely beats getting working and slaving away over copper all day. So it's getting rather late. We'll take a little bit of the scenic way back, though. It almost seems like we got a wild dog in the city as well. We got an escaped slave out here. Well, Jai might pity them. Though rather almost a fool this close to the city. Jai often been too kind for his own good. Oh, I did not know. Oh. I think Jai's gonna get very far from this. Getting beaten down. Horribly beaten up by the guards inside the city. Struck almost to death. For just trying to free another man. Now presumably being taken to prison for the crime of simply helping another man. This might be the end for Jai, as he feels his life ebbing away. But they do tend to his wounds. He will live to fight another day, maybe. So that was really more of fighting, more of an ass whooping. He's charged with terrorism. Wow. And our weapons were taken from us as well. Though weirdly, they didn't get our crossbow. Alright, but we will rejoin you once Jai awakens from his sentence here. Jai Kattan awakens in his cage. Stripped of his weapons, but not of his... Oh, they did get it. I must have been unconscious when they left me some bolts, though. Perhaps we could make a shiv. Weirdly enough, though, he does notice that his compatriots do have their weapons. Now we were sent in charge with terrorism, which I think is a little harsh, to be fair. But since we're a good United States citizen, they only gave us about 90 hours to serve that. But we can't possibly pay this fine. And no one on the outside to help us out. So I might use this as a time to help out, gain some favor among his fellow prisoners. Yeah, that guard is really kind of dozing off there. Yeah, if we do serve our time, they will let us go, and maybe we get back to business, but might have to try to break out of here. Oh, sadly, can actually work on that lock as well. He's also didn't notice he's slightly missing a leg. Alright, Jai's starting to get the hang of locks, actually. He's not being quite the novice. Yeah, relatively empty prison as well. Let's speed that up a little bit. Sadly, not going to be fed in here either. If we were to get out of here with a bounty like that, we definitely will not last long on the outside, especially in United Cities territory. Just keep working on the lockpicking, though. Getting a little better. I'm sure he could pick his own cell. And Giles is once again being too kind. Has not paid off for him. Learning some harsh lessons here in the land of Kenshi. Well, he did say he was an ex-slave. I was just trying to help. Do a kindness. Alright, well that probably not going. That did not go well for him either. Yeah, can't quite reach that one. I'll let him out again for funsies, though. Maybe work on our own lock just in case. It's... I don't know what you're gonna do. I can actually get mine up quite a bit. Maybe not a horrible chance. Keep our options open. Actually, it was pretty simple. But if they don't feed us, it might be a crime. Unfortunately, we don't have any food with us. Yeah, if we're hungry, that's also a crime, being in poverty in the United Cities. We could be doing more time. And sadly, I'm not going to be able to order any takeout. Alright, so let's speed up a little bit of time now. He's got direct eyes on us, so it would... We'd have to wait for nightfall, so we'll cut back. Jai spends his day. Yeah, the guard is eyeballing us quite a bit. He's beginning to suspect something is off. But I will come back to this in a while. As Jai lingers in the cell at night and his belly is starting to rumble, he does start to come up with a plan. A very dangerous plan. But perhaps if he could sneak, I know he is kind of injured still. If we were to actually take that off as well. Switch our clothes a little bit. That would be slightly... Alright. He did create a distraction. He planned to just get across the street and then he could maybe hide out until this blows over. I think they haven't noticed me yet, so let's just get... Oh! I should maybe just get back in a cell here. Sorry, I thought we got some yard time. Jai, not the bravest man in the world. Hey! Well, you showed me. Oh. Well, it seems I'm in prison for a bit longer today. For burglary. I don't think they're ever gonna let us out of here. Let me drill it. Not really a prisoner escape. I think I'm making this worse. 8,500. I am the worst at prison escaping, apparently. Now we're in here for even longer, it seems. Let's try picking lock here. Time is starting to have no meaning to Jai here. The man is becoming slightly desperate. Let's make sure we got our sneak on as well. We'll speed up time a bit. Okay, maybe... I know you're going to get food, but that's a horrible idea. I'm just going to get back in my cell now. Oh, now I'm going to get back out of my cell. There must be a fight or something going on in the city. Oh, looks like skimmers. Could be a valuable distraction. No, Jai, you really gotta stop. No, 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 prisoner escape. No, no, Jai, get back in. Oh! Wow! Beaten for no reason. Oh, did they? Oh, they were nice enough too. Alright, Jay, after a light night, maybe see about opening his cell again and... He seems to only be racking up more time. Yeah, with that guard there, there's not much I can do. Right, Jai. Sadly defeated, slumps back in his cell. So maybe there's... Maybe he should just do his time. I know he knows it's unfair, but... the United City Guards are uncaring. And horrible news for Jai Kattan. He was actually trying to... I actually wasn't doing anything, but apparently... Yeah, they kidnapped him in the middle of the night. I guess the guards had sold us as a slave, which makes matters worse. Now Jai got out, but... Maybe get in there and you'll be okay. No, wow, alright. Beaten down again. As an escaped slave. Seems a dirty business. Surely the Emperor must not know of this. We've always paid our taxes. We've done our due diligence. We've always been a good person, but this does seem horrific. Let's see if Jai gets up in a little bit. He's gonna get these shackles off of him. Toss those away. Oh, but now Jai is... They've come back again with knife to his back. Guys, I'm doing what... Seems a bit of a catch-22 here. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm getting back in my cell. Jai often wondering now, wanting for death. As the days seem to go by. Beating after beating, he just wants to do what they want him to do. But they keep just keep beating him. I often wonder if it's my backpack, perhaps maybe causing some Kenshi AI had missed out of character here. Alright, let's speed up some more time. As Jai's days seem to go on without end. And the fines and bounties just continue. Yeah, slave belonging to slave traders, not considered personal right. Slave work for his master until death and nothing more. He was even willing to go along with them, and then they beat him again. Imagine he has to do his time first, though. Because I think that they sold him, and then they beat us for no reason. Seems definitely a little harsh. I do believe I also left the fire on in the house. I hope that's okay. Yeah, I hope that is definitely okay. Try gonna be up again. Hopefully the guards won't come for it. He just wants to sit in his cell now and do his time. He just wants to do his time. He'll sit here. He'll do as he's told. He just wants to go home. Yeah, bloodied and beaten. Yeah, starting to get a little hungry as well. Bradley Jim, we'll leave here off here a little bit and we'll come back when his captors have more in store for him. For what seems like days and days, Jai's been left rotting in this cell. Nothing but fiddling with the locks to pass the time. And Jai's hunger grows and grows. He knows there is plentiful food just across the way. Maybe if we could just... Here's one at his time, but you need to not be hungry right now because you're going to screw this up. Take the shackles off. Don't be funny. Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to sneak out, but we can definitely try. If I could just run and get some of that food. Let's actually run behind here. No, Jai. No, run, Jai, run! It turns out that was a bad idea. Jai. I'm gonna get that food! Jai running. Can only think about food right now. No, he's not... God, I'm not a terrorist. I'm just hungry. Just get inside, Jai. Jai, get inside. Oh, I couldn't get... Jai was so close. Jai's so close. Fortunately, got a little bit more time on that. Almost got to food that time. Oh, they bandaged up his wounds yet again. Can almost taste it. And sadly, no food yet. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think we will leave off here. As Jai continues to rot in his cell, I think he'd almost wish for slavery at this point. All he wanted to do was open up a tiny little shop here in Heft. One misguided act of kindness has left him in a world of pain. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button, it's up a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.